Good afternoon, I hope everyone's well today. I wanted to make a video about the Home Secretary and her words about the riots that happened yesterday in Southport. It's very interesting, the language that she used was very different to the language that she used a few weeks ago when she was discussing the Leeds riots. It seems that she feels that different communities can be treated differently. If you're white, you're treated one way, and if you're not, you're treated another way. The language last night was very, very harsh, it was very, very strong, and it was very, this needs to be condemned and the full force of the law is going to be used against you. Most of the people at the riots in Southport overnight were not from Southport and they were not local people. It's pretty obvious from most of the videos I've seen that that is the case. What I would say is the language that she used about the Leeds riots a few weeks ago was much more nuanced, it was much more conciliatory, and it was much more about harmony in the community. That's the first point I want to make. The second point I want to make is against former First Minister HUMZA hapless Yusuf up in Scotland. He didn't actually make any post about what happened on Monday, the violence that we've seen in Southport. What he did was he reposted something from somebody else about the police clamping down on protests from what he deems far-right extremists. And that's what needs to be called out. Well, no, Mr. Yusuf, what needs to be called out is the violence against children that we've seen on Monday. And that's what we need to call out. We also need to call out you as a vile human being and a despicable racist. We all know that you don't like white people, and we all know you've got a big chip on your shoulder about how terribly white the United Kingdom is, and how terribly white Scotland is. I remember the diatribe that you went into in Hollywood a few years ago before you were elevated to the First Minister position, about how everything in Scotland is just too white for you, and you just can't hack it. You probably have cold sweats and nightmares about it as well. Well, if that's the way that you view people who have a different colour skin than you, if that's what you view as acceptable, I don't know what to tell you other than you are a racist, and if you don't like how white the United Kingdom is, you can always leave. You don't have to stay somewhere you do not like. But to use the deaths of children for political points against groups or people that you don't like is beneath contempt. It is absolutely abhorrent. Anyway, if you like this video and you think I've got a point, please like, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good evening and thank you for your time.